EU resistance to sanctions on Israel, historical and contemporary analysis, Part 2. Post-1948, Cold War-era positions, 1949 to 1980s, recognition and early relations. In the 1950s to 60s, most Western European governments established ties with Israel, often marked by support rather than sanctions. West Germany, carrying the burden of Holocaust guilt, forged a special relationship with Israel through reparations and military aid. Chancellor Konrad Adenauer's government provided arms and funds to Israel in the 1950s. France became Israel's chief arms supplier and even helped it develop nuclear capability in the 1950s, early 1960s. The UK maintained a cautious balance. It had imposed a brief arms embargo during the 1948 war, but by the 1956 Suez Crisis, Britain and France covertly colluded with Israel against Egypt. The Suez intervention was internationally condemned, including by the US, but not on the basis of Zionist policy toward Palestinians. Rather, it was opposition to old-style colonial aggression. No European sanctions targeted Israel's treatment of Palestinians at this stage. Versus United Nations and international law. In 1967, Israel's victory in the Six-Day War and occupation of the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, Gaza, Sinai, and Golan Heights, marked a turning point. The UN Security Council's landmark Resolution 242, November 1967, drafted with British input, unanimously called for Israeli withdrawal from territories occupied in 1967 and affirmed the inadmissibility of acquiring territory by war. All European members of the UN supported Res. 242. However, in practice, European states took no enforcement action as Israel entrenched its occupation. Crucially, Israel began establishing settlements in the occupied Palestinian territories, in violation of the Fourth Geneva Convention's prohibition on transferring population into occupied land. The International Committee of the Red Cross and subsequent international consensus held that Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territories are illegal under international law, being in violation of Article 49 of the Fourth Geneva Convention. Yet no European country imposed penalties on Israel for early settlement building. Western responses were limited to verbal criticisms.